What? Space! What's live? Many what live? Okay. Just get that popped out, just in case we have a random visitor. Yeah, more fantasy. Libraries, start that. And pause that. Alright, ladles and jelly spoons. So, this is similar to what Dope was playing, the Warlock of Firetop Mountain. The world that the Warlock of Firetop Mountain is actually based on a book series called Fighting Fantasy, and obviously you can see this is Fighting Fantasy Legends. Now, the actual world itself, the main world in Fighting Fantasy, is the Titan world, or the Titan, known as the Titan universe. So this is based around a few of the books based around in the Titan universe. So it may have bits and pieces cross into Warlock of Firetop Mountain, or even reference it, but it won't actually be like that. And also this kind of follows things a little bit. Yeah, Titan. Yeah, no, I think I had Out of the Pit and something else as well, Rumia, and I think it was one of the books was a bestiary, and the other book was it actually gave you background information about the whole entire universe. I had those two books, and then as I mentioned in chat, I think I had quite a few of the not all of them, unfortunately, but I had quite a few of the Fighting Fantasy books. I think I mentioned that my three main favorites were Freeway Fighter. Seas of Blood was one of them I mentioned. That's not too bad. There we go. Black Vein Prosophy, Trial of Champions, and Robot Commando. Although a couple of them aren't actually. Freeway Fighter and Robot Commando are not set in the Titan game world. Robot Commando is basically you against an invading force that had already captured your planet. It rings a bell, Rumia. And the other one I think I like, yeah, Freeway Fighter was basically Mad Max, the plot of Mad Max 2, where you're driving around in a souped-up car at the end, apocalypse, and then you drive a truck towards the end. Seas of Blood was nice because you get to play as a pirate. Yeah, Trial of Champions, you were literally started the game as a slave that was captured, and you basically had to survive all the trials in order to become the to then go to a little competition where if you won that competition for your master, you would have won your freedom, and he wins the prize. And Black Vein Prosophy was actually a sequel to an earlier book. But Black Vein Prosophy was good because you woke up with basically no memory of anything, and you're basically trying to figure out what the fuck just went on. But anyway, like, you never know. Look, if there's enough demand or whatever, I'm sure one of us, Dope, or one of the other streamers. Oh yeah, look, I don't remember another Mad Max style one. I know Freeway Fighter was the Mad Max style one that I had. In all fairness, I haven't read all of the Fighting Fantasy books. Oh, and another interesting fact. Yeah, Warlock of Firetop Mountain has a sequel called Return to Firetop Mountain, and I think that was one of the last, or the last books when Puffin was publishing the Fighting Fantasy series. I could be wrong there. My memory's a little bit hazy, but I think it was towards the end. I think it was when they got to their 50th book published, and then they had that to celebrate. Anyway, so yeah, I've chatted enough about Fighting Fantasy. If you can find a book, give them a read. They're actually pretty good. I would photocopy the paper, the stats pages in them though, just in case, so you don't ruin the book. But yeah. So Fighting Fantasy Legends. Now, there's a few similarities between this and the other one. And there's also a couple of different things. I haven't unlocked too many characters yet. But yeah, we can basically, at the moment, we can basically choose out of a dwarf. Boomer's playing Warhammer 40,000 Dawn of War. Barbarian or an elf at the moment. So yeah, what do you chaps want to see me play as, or do you not care? Either way is good. An Alf? Alright, and... Hero Legends is a dwarf. What do we want? A dwarf? All it does is... Apparently all this does affect is the special abilities that we get. Alright, so we've got 2 dwarfs, so we'll go with dwarf. Okay, so... Alright, so here's our basic stats. This game also kind of follows the books a bit more closer than the Warlock of Firetop Mountain video game does. So we do kind of get one special skill and a few other things. So so basically we can be naturally skillful, so chance for an automatic success, chance for our luck rolls to automatically be lucky, resistant to curse, gain more experience, you can level up in this one, trap knowledge, so less life lost, or we can be greedy. But naturally skillful I think is probably the most handy, because at least I think it is anyway. Treasure? It could be depending on what you're trying to do throughout the adventure too. This the way that they've set this one up is that it's semi-roguelike. Or semi-roguelite, I should say. Alright, treasure, an extra gold. When we find it, we get 1 extra piece. And now we can play with our stats. So it's still the same as what it's in Dope's thing. So skill affects your how well you fight, luck, how lucky it is, and stamina is health. If I add a point onto skill, then I lose a point of health. So that's the trade-off in this one. You can set up your values as long as you don't mind losing health. 12 is the max, because basically if you ever played the books, when you rolled up your stats you had 2 different dice, and you just roll them together. In a way, yes, but we're going to have a very equal character for that, but luck's kind of pointless if you have too much of it. So it just gives you a bit more leeway with customizing the character as well. So I don't know, 11 and 8 seems alright. Usually around 10 I think I find is a nice number, because you're only missing out by 2 points and you've got a really high skill level. We'll throw hardcore mode on so we can jump through the other heroes a lot faster. I like the random name it's just picked. Well, not for the faint-bearded either, Yade. So it works. So we're Big Leg the dwarf. We are a treasure hunter. We're very skillful. We've got average luck, and we've got decent health. So we'll start. The mighty Big Leg the dwarf, yes, and Fergu. Alright, so after a long walk through the Outlands, you arrive at the junction which leads to the town of Silverton. We can click on buttons to move around and all that, so Silverton's the only thing we can click on at the moment. It's a shame it's just top down, but it is a fairly decent animation going in there. As you enter Silverton, something strikes you at not being quite right. The people look nervous and on edge. You notice that all the windows on the buildings have great iron grills bolted all over them, and doors have been strengthened too. Spoiler, that's not his leg. Alright, anyone who's curious, this is my skill dice. So that's how many dice I roll when I have to do any skill check or attack something. And that's luck, as you can probably guess. There's our picture. We can add titles on there too if we really want to. What quests we got? A compendium of creatures. Not that it matters. Inventory. Treasure hunter. Gold and options. Anyway, so let's go in there. So all the grills, all those poor iron grills bolted over the windows. It must be pretty cold out there. Alright, so you spot a tavern called the Old Toad. Perhaps the patrons of the tavern could shed some light on the strange feeling in the town. Ooh, so we enter the tavern or leave town? Well, we did just walk into town, so probably enter the tavern. You enter the Old Toad Tavern, but are somehow surprised that no one wants to talk to you. Of course nobody wants to talk to you, you're a dwarf. You ask the... Kill Jester. You ask the innkeeper for a room, but he ignores you and shuffles over to the great oak door of the tavern and pushes 6 large iron bolts into place. Suddenly, there is a loud knocking at the door, followed by a voice shouting, "Open up! This is Owen Carliff!" The innkeeper slides open the bolts, and a fat, balding man dressed in rich scarlet robes bursts into the tavern. He calls out to you urgently, "Stranger, I must speak with you! Please, it is of importance. My name is Owen Carliff, and I'm the mayor of Silverton. We are in great danger! We are living under a terrible curse, and it is I who must rid us of it. 10 days ago, 2 messengers of evil rode into town on black stallions with fiery red eyes. They asked for me by name, and when I came to greet them, they wanted to take my beloved daughter, Mirelle, to stay with their master, Zanbar Bone, also known as the Night Prince. I refused, of course." The Night Prince. Interesting nickname that he's picked up. Is he a vampire, or is he just someone that steals into bedrooms at night? I don't know. The Night Prince was so angry, he sent 6 moondogs, each as strong as 4 men, and each with razor-sharp fangs. They stalked the town, entering homes and killing the people inside. Each night, the moondogs return, and we are unable to sleep through the fear. There is but one hope, and that rests with you, stranger. There is a man called Nicodemus, who, for reasons I'll never understand, lives in Port Blacksand to the west. That place is commonly called the City of Thieves, as it is home to every pirate, brigand, and assassin, and thief for hundreds of miles around. Nicodemus is a wise old wizard who was a friend of mine many years ago, and he is capable of defeating Zanzibar Bone. None dare enter Port Blacksand, so I beg you to bring him to us. You will be well rewarded if you help us, stranger. Take these 30 gold pieces for your journey, and take this sword to use and keep. Oh, free cash and a sword, sweet. So we have the Treasure Hunter special skill, which means we get an extra piece of gold. 1 basic sword, so that gives us an extra weapon dice in combat, which is nice. Ooh, drum roll. We've gained a quest, Nicodemus the Wizard. And so yeah, we can view in the quest log. You wait until the coast is clear and step outside the tavern. You continue towards the town gates and leave Silverton, determined to reach Port Blacksand and find this man, Nicodemus. Skill paying off already, pretty much. Head northwest to Port Blacksand. Alright. Yes, keep walking. Oh, he's running now. I love how he's got a hammer and a shield, but we've only got a sword as a weapon. As you approach the main gate, you're confronted by 2 guards. One of them says, "Who would enter Port Blacksand uninvited? State the nature of your business or go back the way you came." You tell him that you wish to be taken to Nicodemus. Tell him you have stolen booty to sell. Or attack him. So there's our choices, guys. Do we tell him about Nicodemus? Do we attack him? Or do we sell our booty? Wink, wink. I'll let you guys pick this one. Booty for us all! Anyone else? Bong! Alright, booty for us all! You tell the guard that you are here to sell silver chalices that you stole from a tavern in Silverton, and that you will pay him 1 gold piece for his advice as to where to go for the best price. Random dog noise? Alright. The guard looks at you suspiciously, saying, "Let me look at those chalices before I admit you." You may tell him that the chalices are cursed and should only be examined by a mage. Try to run past him in the street, or attack him quickly. So what now, guys? Cursed chalices. Attack him! The jig is up! Alright. Attack from Fergu and Yade. As you go to attack the guard, he reaches for the bell on the wall. Test your luck. Alright, so here's our luck test, guys. We need to get at least 2 clovers. Oh, we failed! The guard rings the bell loudly, then they both turn to fight you. Here are my chalices! Ha! Indeed it is, Anfergu. Monsters. So now this, apparently with the monsters it draws a random deck depending on what's happening with the thing. So that's partially how the game is randomized, by what turns up at certain points. Alright, so we've got gate guards. They have 8 skill dice and 7 health, so fight. Alright, so this is where it is a bit more traditional towards the guard is actually a dragon. I would not be surprised sometimes that gets rolled up. So yeah, so this is where it's very authentic towards the books. Basically, all it is dice roll off, and whoever gets the highest roll out of the number of dice they've got here. So this is, as I said, this is probably a bit more authentic to the book. I think the books originally, though, had what you needed to do was basically roll equal to or under your skill value, and then that would cause a hit. Whereas this way it's just a bit more simplified. I think you've also... It was either that, or you had to roll the dice, and then you added your skill value on top of that, and whoever got the highest was the one that did damage. I'd really have to go back and double check. Yeah, it is more authentic towards it, but it's not exactly the same either. Alright, so let's go for a roll. So we have 10 dice plus a sword. Okay, so that's 2 damage. 1. Now, where it kind of differs here is it kind of where it says each thing that turns up does damage. Whereas in the books it was like if you did a successful attack, you would do 4 damage to your opponent, unless otherwise stated in the thing, or you've got modifiers or whatever going. And then you could do critical hits, but you had to roll your luck. And if you did a successful luck check, then you would do an extra 2 damage. If you're unsuccessful, I think it was either -1 or -2 damage. But you still did damage, it was just whether or not you did extra or less. This way's a little bit more streamlined, because I think they also want this game also has a mechanic where you can upgrade your dice. So you could have, I don't know, five skill dice, but you could upgrade 3 sides on each of your dice. So that would, yeah, you basically have, yeah, you increased it. You had 15 chances to roll a thing, plus whatever modifiers. So as I said, it's they do a bit. Oh, lucky that dice was cocked. Oh, nice. 2 more guards arrive. See what's happened and attack you. Okay. More darned guards. But we're getting sweet experience off them, though. So there's the plus side. Go, stranger, go. Ooh, 3 hits. Ooh, nice. Can we roll a 4? Yes! No damage! Sweet, we got a dice upgrade. Okay, I'm gonna upgrade skill. This is what I was talking about earlier. So now the first dice has 2 chances to get a skill. So this is kind of how you level up. Your dice just have more chance of getting the symbols that you want. No more guards arrive, so you dash into the city. The streets of Port Blacksand are narrow and cobbled. Old and decrepit buildings line the streets. Gain experience points whenever you complete quests, defeat monsters, and when you pass skill or luck tests. XP, but yeah, that's the XP bar. And, ooh. Do we want to go forwards, left, or right? I think you can tell what the chat's going to say, but you never know. They might change their mind. Just give me a chance to finish off this champagne that I'm having. Not bad champagne this is. The Piper Hyde sec. I've had better, but it's still a fairly decent one. Clock Street, see if there's a tower? Alright, we'll go with Yade's choice this time. You see a small boy, face down on the floor with a hood pulled over his face. He is groaning. Shall we help the boy? Yes or no? Sorry, I just got to click those off. Just having a number. It's kind of like video game OCD I have. I've got to click those off so they're not fucking annoying me. Yes, says Anfergu. You bend down to help the boy and he flashes a dagger at you. You're attacked by a goblin! Oh no! Help him then take his chalices. Alright, can we kill him in one roll? Nope. 2 damage is okay. Oh, he does no damage to us. Well, this is a city full of the villainous scum of the world. At least according to the description by the mayor of Silverton. There we go, we got him. And we found a clove of garlic and 2 gold pieces. Okay, yep, treasure card. So, clove of garlic. Primarily a cooking ingredient. I wonder if there's any vampires in this game. Maybe. Knowing this game and the universe, there probably is. When you okay, question marks are events that you come across. Loads of money, yay, Anfergu. Each location has its own deck of cards that it randomly draws into. A strange commotion up ahead catches your eye. Make way for Lord Azur! A horse-drawn carriage is hurtling towards us. We gotta test our luck. Yeah, no, I think that, yeah, I kind of last saw the half bit of that, and then there was the bats afterwards. Alright, so let's see, we gotta dodge roll. Dive into the carriage! Well, we might do that, Anfergu. Depends on the dodge roll. What did I need? I needed at least 2. Lucky! So we got 2 experience out of that. Alright, so past the house to the right, you notice the door is open. Hear murmuring coming from inside. I think I'll choose to go into the house this time. Oh shit. Inside the house is a human-like creature, some 3 meters tall, crouching on the floor. He looks very worried, is muttering to himself. The lumps on his face are distinguishing marks of an ogre. Before you're able to speak a word, the ogre's voice booms out saying,
Somebody has stolen my food. Will you give me 5 gold pieces to buy some?
Show them why you're big leg. Ooh, give him cash or refuse. Alright, and Fergie suggests we give him cash. Ogre snatches your money and tells you to get out of his house. Now what? Leave him alone or attack him for being so rude? Attack! He's not too bad. He's only got 7 health, but he's got 8 skill dice. Two. Ah. When I say 2, it doesn't mean you do 2 damage to me. Roll 5. Roll 5. Ah, another 2. 1. Roll again. Where's all those numbers that we need? There we go. 3. Oh yeah, time to upgrade. So another skill. So we've maxed out a dice with fists. Alright, you search the ogre's house, it's full of clutter and discarded bits and pieces. Doesn't appear to have been tidied in years. Rummaging through the jumble, you find a polished wooden box and a handmade... with a handmade of white shell inlaid on the lid. Okay. The box is locked and you cannot find the key to open it. Smash open the box. The box shatters and you see 15 gold pieces and a moonstone gem. And a white silk glove lying amidst the broken pieces of wood. You may try on the glove, or just take the gold pieces and the gem and leave the house. Do you need 5 gold pieces, Yadu? Alright, so... grab the gem and the gold. Or shall we try on the glove? Oh yes, he said thanks. Get out of that. Alright, so try on the glove. Try the glove on. It seems to come alive and cling tightly to your hand. Then it changes texture and becomes hot and you feel as though your hand is covered with burning tar. You're unable to shake it off. Mercifully it cools down, but a thin white film remains in your hand, making it difficult to open and close. Oh, so we've lost 1 stamina off that. You receive an injury! Ugh. So there's an X on there. Leave the house and return to the road. I mean, we're still ahead, but I'm not sure what that X means. It was a cum glove. I don't know. You feel a slight tug at your coin purse. Oh, hello. Oh, other coin purse. My bad, I'm sorry. Alright, so... 1 gold piece for each blank. We lose 4 gold. That being said, I don't know. Maybe it also means it'll protect our hand now for something else. Ooh, one of the locals of Port Blacksand tries to grab my attention. You see a beggar in the street. He's sitting on the floor. He holds an empty tin in his hand. Do we give him a gold? Well, there was the option of the gold and the gem, or the glove. And we took the glove instead. Oh, he thanks us for the generosity. Okay. On the left is a flower shop. Windows are filled with exotic and colourful flowers. Yeah, we could do with a flower after getting hurt hands. Oh yeah, and Fergie. Inside the shop is an old woman busily watering flowers and plants. She looks up and smiles, saying, "Hello, my name is Mrs. Pipe. Can I interest you in one of my special flowers?" Do we want to accept an old... Yes! She explains that she's just picked one of her golden flowers. There are 10 golden petals in the flower, and you are told that if dipped in dog's blood, each petal plucked and thrown on the ground will change into a gold piece. Mrs. Pipe says that you can buy a golden flower from her from just 5 gold pieces. Surely a bargain. This does sound a bit like Jack and the Beanstalk, but what do you... Nah. I mean, we're already kind of low on money anyway. I don't think we can probably risk it. As cool as these people here and things are, it'd be nice if they were animated instead. Oh, another shop. An iron grill is over the window. You know what? Let's have a look in the shop. No, I couldn't have. Once inside the shop, you realize why the windows are barred. It's a jeweler's shop. Standing behind the counter is a huge bald-headed man with an eye patch. He gives you a welcoming smile, but the side of his ugly mouth is a few black-stained teeth. Does not inspire confidence. You notice an axe within grabbing range of the man, probably to deter any would-be robbers. On display are several ornate rings inset with diamonds, emeralds, and rubies. Ooh, return to the street, inquire about rings, or attack the shopkeeper. I'll throw this one to the chat. Bong. 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 Attack, suggests Krieger. Man grabs his axe and walks around the counter to fight you. Ooh, he's a 3-star jeweler with... Ooh, 9 skill points and 8 health. And roll the dice. So 2 damage. Riveting combat this is. Oh, 2 damage. Just chipping away. But he's doing the same to us. Oh yeah. Okay. That X seemed to cause us to lose life. Alright. Search the shop and find 13 gold pieces in a drawer. The most valuable items are securely locked away. Okay, so we leave the shop and head west. Yeah, pretty much. Let's see. Clock Street ends at a 4-way junction. The street continuing west changes its name to Key Street, and the street running north and south is called Market Street. Looking north, you see a crowd of people cheering wildly and waving their arms in the air. You decide to head that way. Catch up with the chanting crowd, and the street opens to a large market area. There are various stalls with vendors, hawkers, musicians, and entertainers carrying on their business. In the middle of the market is an elevated pillory. You hear a trumpet sound, and suddenly the crowd starts to pelt the man in the pillory with rotten fruit. Yes, better go attack them. Alright, left or right, guys? Left or right? Left. And left from Enfugu as well. You spot a man playing a lyre. He asks, "Would you like to hear a song, stranger?" Yes, let's listen to the music. Well, there's all these Ramstrongs here. Alright, musician asks him to play. Which song you like to play? One about the Trial of Champions, the Cuddleworth Cavern, or the City of Thieves? I think the Trial of Champions. I'll pick. Plays the song on his lyre. The song's tales of heroic deeds and deadly traps of the Trial of Champions inspire you. You've unlocked the title, the Serenaded. So we are now a Serenaded Dwarf. Okay, so man at his stall is selling weapons and equipment. Throwing knife, climbing rope, and lantern. You know what? I think we might need all of them. Or at least something that would be... At least... We've got enough money for all of them anyway, so let's do it. 1 lantern. 1 throwing knife. 2 stamina points of damage at an enemy. And a rope. Because you could never have not enough rope. And continue. Let's see. Oh, yeah. The fruit and vegetable store. Breads, vegetables, fruit, corn, and chestnuts for the hungry shopper. You may eat some of the food if you pay 1 gold apiece. The food will replenish 2 stamina. Well, we do need more health, so let's buy it. The food is delicious, so it's fresh food. Nice. The door to the house on the right is open slightly. Shall we check it out, guys? Check out the door on the right. Get in there! Will do, Anfergu. It does his home entering thing. Litter and rubbish is strewn over the floor of this derelict house. There is a chair in the corner. Time for a seat? Sit. You notice something... Oh, not too bad, Otis. We're just playing a bit of Fighting Fantasy Legends. Just inspired by Dope after he did some Warlock of Fire Top Mountain. Snacks! Encircled by 6 snacks, each a meter long. Because why not? Snacks! I think we're going to have to attack these ones. The snakes are treated as one monster. Yeah, that's what the book would do too sometimes. They would say that, look, both enemies attack at the same time, or they're one monster or something else like that. Or literally in Black Vein Prophecy, you could learn a spell which morphs, which morphs enemies. And there's a particular scene where you're in a hot tub, and you morph all the bandits that are sitting in the hot tub, and they become some weird, just stalt conscience flesh thing that that you fight as one unit if you use the spell on them. Hold on, just tightening up my augmented arm, and there we go. Yeah, no, that's the dials on my wrist brace. After tightening it up, I've been augmented. It's a pain in the ass, but I suppose I'd prefer to put up 2 weeks of having a pain in the ass, wrapping things around our wrists and hands than having a major problem happen or something that lasts for the rest of my life. Oh well. Ooh, snakes inflict double damage due to their poisonous attack. Luckily, they're only 5 health. So we get lucky with our rolls, or we can throw a knife at them. Throw a knife at Snake. That is true, Anfergu. Gotta save the arm. Well, it's more the wrists, but yeah. Save them arms. Alright. Oh, yes! Oh, no, wait, no, it's 2. Ouch, 4 damage. Oh, well, Snake's dead now. Oh, yeah, we get a dice upgrade. Skill. Alright, so we got rid of the injury on that one. Alright, ahead you see a wooden bridge stretching over a dirty river. The strong winds makes an eerie noise as it whistles through the bridge structures, reminding you of tortured souls crying for help. Almost hidden from view to the left, you spot a small flight of steps leading down to a wooden hut. It's actually not too bad. It's based off the Ian Jackson and no, sorry, Ian Livingstone and Steve Jackson fighting fantasy books. It kind of takes all of those, the universe around it, and a couple of the books, and does a kind of a semi-roguelike or roguelite thing with them. So it's kind of like more of a epic adventure than Warlock of Firetop Mountain, but at the same time, it's not quite. It doesn't have as much attention to detail with certain things because of that. But you get a bigger adventure. All right, so we'll knock on the door. You hear muttering and a shuffling of feet, and suddenly the door is thrown open. Yes, Big Leg the Dwarf is who we are. Before stands a white-haired old man with a long beard, wearing long robes. He looks at you sternly and says, "Explain yourself to Nicodemus." "Well done, Anfergu. You have found the wizard. We have completed a quest." You explain to Nicodemus that you're on a quest to end Zanbar Bone's reign of terror in the town of Silverton. He says he's too old to help, but will tell you how to complete the quest yourself. He explains the items you need and where you need to go. A quest. City of Thieves. Alright. You will need something special to protect yourself from the Bone's entrancing stare. For this, you'll need to have a white unicorn in a yellow sun tattooed to your forehead. Okay. Gained a quest. Get a tattoo, because why the fuck not? Next, normal weapons will not harm him, so you must pierce his heart with a silver arrow or a throwing knife. This will paralyze, but not kill him. Find a silver throwing knife. Tattoo. When he is paralyzed, you must quickly rub the ground compound of black pearl, hag's hair, and lotus flower into his open eyes. With luck, he will decay before you in seconds. Find black pearls. And a clump of hag's hair. And a lotus flower. The items you need for the compound might be found in Pork Black Sand, although I haven't heard of any hags roaming the city. They usually lurk underground in sewers or other foul-smelling areas. I regret I cannot accompany you. I have to say, for a wizard of much renown and everything, he lives in a fairly small fucking hut. Yes, we try. That is right, Aunt Fergu. Beat up an ogre and got burnt by his hand. But you never know. That may actually give us a benefit later on. Our hand might be protected when we use that to pick shit up now. If there's something that needs protection or a barrier. When you have everything you need, you must travel to the Dark Tower, which is north of Pork Black Sand. You must not go there without these valuable items, or you will surely perish. A silver throwing knife might also help against Bone's servants, which are known as spirit stalkers. He did. And we got 2 experience from being sung at. Hence why we Big Leg the Serenaded. Or we can also be the Big Leg the Stranger, Big Leg the Novice. Do we have any other... No, just those 3 titles at the moment. Snacks. Spirit stalkers are evil, soulless creatures which do not die easily, but piercing their hearts with silver may work. He shakes your hand and wishes you good luck. You return to the bridge. You are jumped by 2 short, stocky assailants who are hiding down an alley. There's an alley on the bridge? Or whatever. They attack me with a cudgel. Alright, so test our luck. We need to get at least 3 clovers. 2! Unlucky, no. So we've had some gold stolen. Yay. How are those dinosaurs going, Krieger? Alright. Harbour Street or Candle Street? Well, we went right last time, so we'll go left this time to Harbour Street. Ooh. left. Street opens up by the quayside. A stone jetty runs across to the west. Tied to it is an old galleon. It is flying the Skull and Crossbones, and is probably one of the many pirate ships that anchor in Port Blacksand to offload their booty. Ooh, we got to get some booty. The gangplank leads up to the ship here. At the top of the gangplank stands one of the ship's crew. On seeing you, he draws his cutlass and warns you not to board his ship. Shall we attack the pirate, or return to the street, guys? Big leg. Pirate leg. Alright. Pirate seems pleased that you want to fight. He grins, revealing a toothless mouth which unnerves you a little. I love that sound effect. Arr. So we got more chances of killing him. He's only got 6 dice. Alright, so let's fight. Go for it. Roll a 6. Oh, just roll 1. Because why the fuck not? Oh, 2 damage. Now, if he gets a perfect... Well... Now he has the potential to kill us. 3. Ooh, 3. Missed! 1! Come on, dice! Oh, yes. Oh, empty except for a stale piece of bread. The barrels and wooden boxes on the deck contain rotten fruit, leg irons, and perhaps this is a slave ship. I think we're going to investigate the cabin, because fuck it, we've only got 1 health. Why not? Find the cabin boy. Not with the stuff that I have in my inventory at the moment, Otis. It doesn't look like we picked up the stale bread. Ooh, snoring. We might be okay. We'll open the door. We better creep, since we have 1 health. Sneak into the cabin. Asleep in their bed are 2 pirates. It looks as though they've been drinking and gambling. You see that one of the pirates has a leather pouch around his neck. You could attempt to creep up and cut the pouch loose, or avoid the risk and leave the cabin. Let's cut the pouch. So we only need 2 clovers. Alright. Well, good luck, everybody! Oh yeah, 3 clovers. You... Oh boy! You cut the pouch loose without waking up the pirates, and then creep quietly out of the cabin. Nice. Examine the pouch and find that it contains black pearls! Nice. We've completed a quest! We've found the Black Pearl. It was. I kind of feel like that the guys that were writing the story for this game, were kind of using that as a big hint. You know, hint hint, the Black Pearl, hint hint, Pirates of the Caribbean, anyone? Yeah, it probably will end Fergie sitting in the next chair. Alright. Well, now that we're back here, do you want to go back down Harbour Street, or do you want to see what the Lobster Wharf is about? Probably, but they were probably sleeping off all the rum that they had left Yade. Oh fuck! I should have bought some rum tonight. Oh wait, no. If I wanted to actually do anything tomorrow, it's probably good I didn't buy the rum. At least not today, anyway. Lobsters, surf and turf. Yeah, why not? Ooh. Clog Street or Quayside? If we're going to go surf and turf, I think Quayside. There is a group of old women here, cleaning fish and mending fish nets. They chat with each other and bellow with laughter. Shall we talk to the old ladies? Probably Anne Fergie. But so far our luck is holding out. Talk attacked them. Alright. The jolly fishwives. Plump cheeks are as round and as shiny as red apples. Ask them about. So they've been drinking, have they? Ask about the hag's hair. Rumours. Move on. Or the lotus petals. Rumours. Alright, what gossip can we get? One of the women looks around before quietly saying, "An evil sorcerer named Sansa Barbone has been terrorizing the town of Silverstone with his vicious moon dogs." The women then get back to cleaning fish and laughing amongst themselves. You move on. Well, shit we already knew. Well, you never know. Alright, so what are we rolling on the dice deck here? Oh, it's a trap. You hear a whistling noise. Oh, God. We're gonna have to roll a roll a perfect. Otherwise, we die. Alright, let's see how RNGesus is for us today. RIP! Death by trap. Our adventure ends here. And because we're playing a hardcore hero, we start again. So I don't know if Hero or Legend has any other further quests. If they're a different storyline or something that you have to go through, but... Or at least in the beginning anyway, but I don't know. Although the plus side of this is that now, since we've already done a dwarf, we can either play as the barbarian or the elf. Barbarian or the elf. Big leg right now. Pretty much Yade. Oh, you know what I probably should have had going? I've got it ready now. Okay, so we're going to pick a random name, and we are... Stop! Sorg the Barbarian. So knock the luck down. Maximum skill. Oh, not quite maximum skill. There we go. That sounds about right. 11 skill, 7 luck, and 18 stamina. Alright, so... Any preferences for one special skill? Or are we just gonna... Alright, just let me pick. Quick learner? I guess extra experience points? Doesn't hurt. Alright, Sog. Alright, Junction, arrive at Silverton. So... Inner Silver, Grills Bolted. Actually, guys, do we want to enter the tavern, or, Oh, no, minimum luck we can choose Yado is 6. So we can't actually do that. I'll let you guys decide this time. We can enter the tavern and continue with that quest, or just leave town. And, I don't know, maybe we get another one? Leave town. As you head to the town gate, Silverton, a fat balding man dressed in rich scarlet robes runs over to you frantically. Stranger, I must speak with you. Please, it is important. My name is... Oh, God. In great danger, terrible curse, blah, blah. Zanzibar Bone, the Night Prince, tried to take my daughter. Angry, 6 moon dogs, go see Nicodemus, and need his help. Have 30 gold pieces and a weapon. Alright, so let's go to Port Blacksand. Yes, Port Blacksand. Come on. Who would enter the Port Blacksand uninvited? State the nature of your medical emergency. Go back the way you came. Alright, so we tried to sell booty last time. Do we want to sell booty again? Or shall we ask about Nicodemus or attack? And get this shit over and done with. Okay, attack. Alright, he reaches for the bell. Well, actually, no, we went with the chalices. This is before the chalices, Anfergu, sorry. God misses and the bell and curses. They both turn to fight you. Alright, so just one lot of guards this time. And we're rolling 10 dice. If we're lucky, we'll get a straight 7. Well, that's still a good roll, though. 5 damage. Oh, sweet. Nice. And, of course, upgrade the skill. Alright, let's dash into the city. Shit cards. We're Age of Barbarian, yo. Alright. Yeah, come on. Alright, so we went down Clock Street, so do you want to go down Key Street or Market Street this time, guys? Or shall we go back down Clock Street? Depends on what variation you want. The hip guards. To the market. Let's go straight ahead. Need to get to the wizard. Alright then. To the left of the street you see an entrance to a small herbalist shop. Looking through the window you see that many sacks of different herbs on the floor. There is an open sign on the door. And you can see someone behind the counter inside the shop. Ah, herbs could be handy. Let's go have a look. Small bell rings and the door opens. The creature behind, wearing a brown apron over his clothing, looks up at you from behind the counter. He appears human-like, but has very ugly features and pointed teeth. You realise he is a crossbreed. Half man, half fish. I mean orc. So, attack the man-orc, ask about herbs, or ask about Nicodemus? That bubbling noise, by the way. Blop, 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 blop. Wait, no, that's getting silly. Stop that. 1 or 2, with 2 being herbs. Well, I'm not going by numbers in this one, Anfergu, so you don't have to use numbers if you don't want to. Oh yes, the cats are finally letting me sit into my chair fully. Thank you, cats. Now I can be relaxed while I'm streaming. Well, does anyone else in chat want to add their 2 cents? Do we attack? Well, they're both trying to head towards the door. So technically that would be a 4, because that is an option. If you are numbering everything, that is an option. Herbs it is then. Herbalist tells you that you can purchase a smoking mixture and pipe for 2 gold pieces, or a healing mixture for 4 gold pieces. Healing mixture would be handy. Although, now the Scar is playing the Warlock of Firetop Mountain. The Scarlock of Firetop War. Healing. Yeah, no, I'm thinking that too. Because this is kind of a bit more brutal than before. Pay the man orc and he reaches below count and produces a watered down healing mixture in a glass vial, which he hands to you. Alright, so yep. Used to heal your... Oh, that is actually a fairly good potion. That's a full heal. That is good. That is really fucking good. Although I'm curious about the smoking mixture. Ah, on the right-hand side of the street, the tavern is called the Spotted Dog. Yeah, let's have a drink. And Fergie's got the right idea. You enter a dingy, smoke-filled room. Seated at a table are the most mean and shifty-looking rogues you have ever seen. Behind the bar stands an innkeeper wearing a grubby apron. He is quite old, bald, and has an ugly black scar running down his right cheek. So we can talk to the innkeeper, sit down with some dwarfs who are playing a dice game, sit at a table with 2 goblins who are arguing, sit down with the 3 men who appear to be stabbing themselves with daggers, or leave the table. You know what? In honor of Hitman Spike, we're going to sit with the men. The men invite you to play a game of knifey knifey. 6 daggers lie on the table. One is a real weapon, whilst the others have spring-loaded blades and will do no harm. You will play against one of the men. Both take turns to choose a dagger and stab yourself with it. If the dagger is real, it'll cause terrible harm. If it is a dummy, it is returned to the table and shuffled with the other 5. The game continues until you stab yourself. You and your opponent will take turns to roll 1 basic skill die. First player to roll a skill logo has chosen the real dagger and stabbed himself with it, losing the game. Ah, okay, so... That's how much we're gonna bet. Yeah, why not? Bet all of it. You stabbed yourself, you lose. Well then! Outside the house to the left is a large wooden kennel. Approach the house. That's good that it's only 2 damage, though. To be honest, considering the fights that we've had, we probably would be around about this health anyway. You know what? We're looking at everything. We might as well keep going. Oh, Doggo! A long chain is attached to the collar, and this may stop from reaching you. Alright. Does Doggo break his chain? Oh, yes he does! Doggo breaks his chain. Chain remains slack, and the wolf leaps off and bites your arm. Oh, we've lost 1 health. You shake off the wolf and prepare to fight it. Angry puppy. Very angry puppy. Alright, can we kill it in 1 dice roll? Not quite. So it's done 3 damage to us so far. There we go. Bad dog. So inside the kennel you find an iron key. And we go towards the house. But the door is locked. Iron key you found in the kennel and the door opens. Okay, handy. What is this place? The owner of this house is obviously quite wealthy. Lavish furnishings and objects d'art adorn the marble-floored room. No one seems to be home, but you do sense some sort of presence. Search the house, leave. And Fergu and Doggu, Dog Fergu, more dog. No search house? Ransack that place. Okay. You find a wooden chest bolted to the floor. Is security locked? Well, I guess we're gonna have to open it. Oh, it's a trap. You just feel like you get a 60 roll twice in a roll. Okay. So we're gonna get 3 twice. And we fail. You're alarmed by the sound of a click, and a tiny panel in the chest opens, and a dart shoots at you. Do we wish to try again? Sure, why not? Really? Do we wish to try again? I mean, we do have the potion, but it's kind of a waste using it this early. Yes! Alright. 1 success. And then we fail. So does this mean we have to do this twice again? We're committed? Alright. Well, back to maximum health. Well, as long as we're committed. Oh, we got one more. Let's. I think I'm gonna upgrade the luck on this one. Oh yes. I hope not. Raising the lid of the chest to your delight, you see 25 gold pieces. They did. That being said, though, how many fucking darts are there in this bloody chest? You hear a voice say, "Off you go, my little beauty. Find the intruder." Suddenly you're confronted by a small creature which is covered in flames. Ooh, a fire imp. Well, we haven't got the Z-Halberd yet, Larry. And bam! Well, that gave us a decent amount of experience, too. Suddenly a man appears from thin air, sat in a chair watching you. He speaks slowly and coldly, saying, "For killing my pet, you shall pay with your life." He raises his right hand in the air from his outstretched fingers and shoots white bolts of lightning. Lightning bolt slams into your chest and knocks you to the floor. You lose 3 stamina. You see the man roaring with laughter. Perhaps he is off his guard. You could throw one of his expensive vases at him, or take the opportunity to run out of the house and return to the street. So we're going to throw a vase at him. Throw a vase or a vase, whatever you want to say it. Vase! Have some vase to your face! Oh, we need at least 4. 1. Clumsy. Laughs even louder and mocks your terrible throw. You decide to leave off and make a dash for the front door. Oh, we need to get 4. Nope. Title the unlucky. Ooh, lose 5 stamina. You decide to lie still and feign death. Pretty much. The man chortles to himself. You hear him walk over to you, and then you feel a sharp pain as he kicks you in the ribs. Satisfied that you are really dead, he mutters some strange words to himself, and then you hear nothing. You carefully open one eye and cannot see the man in the room and decide to carefully leave the house. When you find... okay. Sound of a tripwire. Uh-oh. Ooh, will we live? Barely. Fuck. 1 health. Here I have the 4-way junction on the street. The street hand west of the Key Street and the west is Clock Street. Market Street continues north, and so we're going north apparently. There's the pillory again. Zog the fucking useless. Alright, well I know we can get healed up if we go left. Alright, we're going right then. You approach a small circle of people standing around a bare-chested man. He is enormous and his muscle look as hard as iron. He is asking the crowd for volunteers to play catch with this cannonball. He says whoever drops the cannonball must pay the other how many gold pieces they want to risk. Take him on? You know what? Sog's been really good so far. Let's fucking do it. Why not? Choose a man who gold pieces you want to bet, then roll then they both take rolls to roll 1 basic skill dice. The first player to roll he drops the cannonball and loses. Ugh. Oh. Oh. Of course! Fuck. Oh, wow. Well, you come to a fucking Sog. Oh, wow. Well, he's unlucky enough not to die. You come to a brightly coloured tent. Attached to the sign is Madame Star, Clairvoyant, and it is sat in the front of the tent. Glimpse of the future costs 2 gold, and she can remove curses for 10 gold. Well, we have no money, so let's keep going. Shall we go to the snake house again? What am I saying? Of course we're going to the snake house. If we're doing the whole Conan the Barbarian thing, we've got to fight the snakes. Too late, we're attacking snakes. There's no back option. It's about fucking time we have a decent dice roll. Wow. Fucking wow. Finally get fucking 5 damage going. So Sog lives to go keep going. This is why we fight the snakes. And we desperately need that skill. The comeback kid. You better be fucking right, he's the comeback kid. But the unlucky is probably more the Smog the shit ass. No, I think he's gone further than that. Alright, so we know the wizard's here and we have to go to him, so we'll definitely go to the wizard.
Updated my journal.
Alright, so yeah. Gained a quest.
Updated my journal.
Yeah. Oh, another quest.
Updated my journal.
So there's the
Updated
tattoo,
my journal.
the silver knife, the hag's hair,
Updated my journal.
black pearls,
Updated my journal.
and the lotus flower.
Updated my journal.
Okay, so back to the bridge. Well, here's the sad thing. Big Leg actually was decent. Smog's getting his ass handed to him. But he's almost nearly got as far as fucking Big Leg. So I don't know what the fuck is going on. Alright, so we spot something out of the corner of our eye. Oh, it's a trap this time. You find a coil of rope. You pick it up and it attempts to wrap itself around your neck. Ooh. So, 1 dice to be successful. Well, that was a pretty piss-weak trap. Oh, believe me, Ramstrong, if you go back and either look at my YouTube video or the on-demand, you will understand why he is fucking unlucky. Alright, so I guess we're going down Candle Street this time. Alright, so when you... another event, alright. One of the locals at Blackstone tries to grab your attention. Small boy asks if you'd like to try a special healing water which cures all ills for 3 gold pieces. We don't have any money, but I'll say yes. Don't have enough gold pieces. Okay. I thought that would have happened. Yeah, pretty and Fergie was nailed it right on the head for you, and Fergie. 15 health. Failed to trap chest once. Luckily we had a full health heal potion. Yeah, we threw a vase, we missed. Got tased twice, pretended to be dead, got kicked in the ribs, and then snuck out. To be fair though, we did kill the poor guy's wolf and his fire imp. Alright, so... Well, this has worked so far. Let's go to a house with 5 skulls. Enter the house and see a man smiling at me. On the table in the center of the room are 6 skulls, looking eerily in the direction. A man places a white pill on top of each skull. He looks up to you and says, "One of the pills before you is poisonous. The others are harmless. Swallow one of your choice. If you survive, I'll give you 10 gold pieces. Choose the poisonous pill. Well, you'll see." You know what? Sorg is a betting man. Oh no, keep going, Ramstrong. This train wreck is still going. This train wreck is still fucking going. Cause guess what we're gonna fucking do again? Let's gamble with our life this time. Roll 1 dice. If you roll the X, then you have chosen the poisonous pill. Oh god. Yes, pretty much. I'd be disappointed if this is... Yep! Yep! Fucking hell. I think we've just won his song, basically. Oh, fucking course!
Updated my journal. Updated my journal.
Oh, to be fair, I would have been disappointed if he survived. I would have been severely fucking disappointed if he survived. Oh, you know what? I'm very tempted to play a D&D character called Sorg the Unlucky, and then yeah, just get him to do shit that. Oh wow. He is a legend. He is the man of the match so far. Unless the elf can do 10 times better. Elf. Random name time. Oh, excuse I. The man, the mystery, the unlucky. We're failing. Alright, we've got an elf. Hardcore engaged indeed. Let's try a skill of a 10 and luck of 10. So a little bit less... You know what? Fuck it. 12 of both. We can't do anything else. Actually, no. You know what would have been funnier? With Sorg, if we picked the naturally lucky special skill instead and he kept failing it. Naturally unfucking lucky. Anyway. 10 luck? Alright, we'll go with 10 luck and Fergie. Give us a bit of extra health back. Trap knowledge? Alright. Ramstrong has picked it this time. Lose less stamina when traps are triggered. Alright, so back to Silverton. Definitely an interesting angle we can see. We can't zoom in though, unfortunately. Alright, so we're still going to get the mayor talking to us anyway. So do we just want to... I'm just going to leave town and speed this off. So long, you bells. Okay, so we're going to get our sword. And he's going to tell us to go to Port Blacksand again.
Updated my journal.
And 30 GP. Well, we end up with the same result. I'm just doing this to speed it up, because Port Blacksand is what really is where the choices start coming in. Although I think once we get out of Port Blacksand, that's when we actually get to be able to out of the tutorial fucking section of the game. I shit you not. We still haven't gotten out of the tutorial section of this game. Alright, so here we go. It's the guards again. So we've attacked them. We've tried selling booty and then attacked them. We can ask about Nicodemus. Or I don't know. I guess Nicodemus? Unless you want to try selling booty and then the other option is selling booty. I mean, at least we've got maximum skill dice at the moment. Oh no, Ramstrong picked it this time, Anfergu. We're attacking. Again. Alright, so he didn't get to ring the bell in time. And now back to combat. It's still going to be the same two guards? Yeah, still the same two guards. One thing that Sorg was good at, yeah, skipping the guards at the front, and that was it. Alright, so roll dice. 2. 3? 4. That's alright. We do need more of them. Enemies missing. And there we go, that's the one that we needed. Yeah, all them blank dice. Yep. But what we're going to do, Ramstrong, this is part of the upgrade mechanic. When you level up, you basically get to upgrade your dice, which basically means that each dice can have up to... You can add an extra 2 faces on each dice. So we're going to upgrade skill, because that normally affects combat. And the novice again, yep. Basically, it's if you've ever heard of the Fighting Fantasy books, Ramstrong, this is probably a bit more genuine and closer to those than what Dope was streaming earlier with the Warlock of Firetop Mountain. I think I mentioned earlier I'd kill to have a full set of Puffin edition Fighting Fantasy books that are in really good things. Lone Wolf was similar. I don't know. I think if you talk, I'm just thinking the closest thing to Lone Wolf though was probably the Sorcery series, which was still set in the universe of this. But you had about, I think, 5 books to go through, and you could take your character through all that. You could play each book separately, but you got extras if you had a character go from the first book all the way to the end. And I'm sure I'd be surprised if you don't know this, Ramstrong, but the guys that came up with the concept of Fighting Fantasy, Ian Livingston and Steve Jackson, they were one of the original founders of the Games Workshop as well. But yeah, you can see it in a lot of their early stuff. Rumia knows. Okay, so yeah. Well, we haven't gone left yet, so we'll go left. It is. Give me a second, guys. The cats are getting a bit rambunctious. I'll be back in a second. Alright, I'm back. Yeah, I don't know. I think they just really wanted to get out and they started to kind of argue with each other as to what was the best way to do it. And then they start being pains of asses. Anyway. I'm not as familiar with the sorcery... I know of them, but I'm not as familiar with the sorcery things. I never actually ended up getting a chance to read them once. Pretty much Ramstor. Oh yeah, I mainly just read most of the original ones and Out of the Pit and some other book that was basically described the world of Titan, which is what most of the fighting fantasy books, the world most of fighting fantasy is set in. But anyway, back to this one. On your left you see a large iron key hanging over the doorway of a small shop. A sign in the window reads, J.B. Raggans, locksmith. Let's see the locksmith. Ooh. I should stream the Lone Wolf series. Legend of Sog the Useless live on. Sog the Unlucky and Fergie. And we'll see you later, and Fergie. Okay. If I can find a decent way to stream it, I'll probably be happy to. I wouldn't be surprised if there is a Lone Wolf video game, but I'm not familiar with it. If there is, I'd have to look it up. Unless you already... So, keys for sale or Nicodemus? Let's ask about keys. Interesting bronze key for sale, which was given to him by a visiting adventurer. He doesn't know what it's for. Buy 10 gold pieces. Purchase the key. Well, we got the cash. Yeah, let's buy a key. We got a random key. Because why not? As you walk along the street, a boy runs towards you and hands you a note. A piece of paper, then runs away. 6 arrows are pointed at you. Leave 5 gold pieces in the middle of the street and keep walking. Ah, 7 cents? I'll take a peek at it. I know technically you can play the fighting fantasy books just using PDF files. Not quite the same thing as flicking through pages, but it works. What do you want to do, ladies and gentlemen? Drop 5 gold pieces or just ignore the kid and keep walking? In a way, yes. I do agree with that. You don't. There's less chance of you accidentally looking at the wrong page, but at the same time, it's just that feel of flicking through the pages. Keep walking. As you move forward, you hear a whistling sound from either side of the street. Alright. Roll 4 luck dice and lose 1 stamina for each blank. Alright. So we take 4 damage. Alright, so doors are opens, although you can't see anybody in the doorway. Enter the house. Yeah, let's enter the house. He joins just in time to play Killing Floor 2. Thanks, Sweet Pea. It's probably all good. And the answer to your question, Sweet Pea, no, we still haven't found a game that will spook me yet. think we've found one or two that may have given me the occasional surprise, but nothing that spooks me. Let's sit on the bed. Wait, we have an old man asking us to sit on the bed. This could end up... is he a dirty old man, or is he... Ah, King Flesh Pound. Is it Weinstein? We'll find out if we sit down. He will heal all of our wounds for 3 gold. Well, we got the cash. And compared to the trap that we just walked through with the which the kid just set up, we are ahead. So yeah, thank the man for his help and leave, returning to the street. Something out of the corner of my eye. There's another trap, but we just need to roll a 1. We definitely avoided that trap. All most of the houses in the street are small, cramped, and dark. The house on the right is painted bright red. The door has a welcome sign hanging onto it. We're a nice trusting elf. Let's go in. Almost everything in this house is red. Do you want to check out the bedroom, or what looks like it is either a kitchen or a dining room? Go to the bed. We find nothing of interest in the bedroom, Ramstrong. Let's check the other room. In this room you notice a golden scorpion and a silver scorpion. Shall we check the scorpions? What a silly question. Of course we will. But the question is, which scorpion do we want to examine, though? The silver or the gold scorpion? The silver one? Yeah, I agree with that, Ramstrong. Well, you know, Dralkin, you could be watching the stream instead of the video. Oh, well, whatever. Inspecting the scorpion, you see that it is a brooch. Pin the brooch to the clothing. Yeah. Pin the silver scorpion to the brooch to your clothing. Oh, nice. It will heal 1 stamina point after every battle. That's not a bad scorpion. Do we want to check out the other scorpion? Or do we want to leave things be, just in case it's trapped? Oh, cust. You see that it is also a brooch. Pinned to the clothing? Okay. Okay. Good fortune can be used to pass luck tests. Well, that worked out even better than what we thought. We got a free luck test passed, and health after every combat. You are startled by the trapdoor to your right opening. Climbing out of it is a strange-looking creature with a long snout and deep, red, scaly skin. From its jaw protrudes the rows of sharp teeth, and a long pink tongue darts quickly in and out between them. Looks up and stares at you. Creature is outraged that you have stolen his property. Smoke curls from its nostrils as it furies mounts. A blast of fire shoots at you from its jaw. Ooh. Roll dice. We failed. Needed 2 more, so we lose 2 stamina. We're fighting a lizardine. Okay, but we've got 12 chances to hit it. So that's a 4. He only does 2 damage to us. Can we roll a 6? It's a 2, not a 6, but it still is damage. Nice. Roll a 4. A 1 is not a 4, but okay. Ooh. Ooh. Yes! Yes! And we get 1 health back. And we leave the house and continue north. You spot something out of the corner of our eye. A black cat startles you as it runs across. Oh, luck die is cursed. That's the weapon dice. What basically? Let's see. Yeah, a basic sword. You roll an extra dice in combat. So it's effectively I'm rolling 13 dice. But with cursed dice. Damn it! Okay, local grabs my attention. An old man hobbles towards you. He says he'll give you some advice for 2 gold pieces. No, we don't need any advice. And he hobbles away. A whistling noise. Another trap! We're cursed. And then this will take us back to Market Street. Alright, so we've got some poor dude getting thrown with rotten fruit. And then we get a choice of going left or right. This smoke is a bit weird as it's coming out. Left it is. And we get to go to the Bard again. And yes, we will hear a song, because it gave us experience last time. So, Trial of Champions gave us experience. And if we get 2 more experience, that'll level up. We can level up something. Otherwise, we can listen to Cuddlewalk Cavern or the City of Thieves. I was saying a bit earlier, Armstrong, Trial of Champions is one of the names of the actual fighting fantasy books where you start off as a slave. And you've got to be the last one surviving so you can go through a dangerous maze in order to win your master a prize. City of Thieves? The nearby crowd enjoy the man's rendition of City of Thieves and toss some gold pieces into a small pot near his feet. He takes 2 of them out of his pot and hands them to you with a smile. Oh, nice. 2 gold. And we've unlocked the title, The Serenade. So if we're now Phelan the Serenaded. I think we bought all this stuff last time, so a lantern, a knife, and a rope. And this guy will heal us for 2 stamina. And do we want to go fight the snakes? Or shall we keep going? Just clicking them off. Alright, into the house. And if we sit down, we can fight some snakes. Time for a snack fight. Time to snack. But if we when we win this though, we'll get enough experience to upgrade a dice. So roll 5. Ooh, that's close. Get another 2 damage though, so we lost what we healed. Okay. Upgrade skill. Flesh out another dice. Yeah, I'm a bit hesitant to do luck Ramstrong, because if we do luck, at least at the moment, all it'll do is get rid of the cursed X on there. And you do tend to do more... skill affects your combat, basically. Alright, so we'll get the wizard again, because we know we need to go to this guy to get all our quests to do stuff. He might be a sea monster, Larry. More experience. Got our quests to grab items and things, and...
Updated my journal.
There we go. Oh, something interesting on the ground. Oh, that's extremely lucky. Get rid of a cursed dice. Alright, well we can go back to... I think I'll go right this time again, because then we can go back to the skull thing and see what happens. Maybe Phelan will be more good. Oh, patrolling city guards. Eye you suspiciously. Attack them or ignore them. If you attack, they might call for help. Shall we attack them? Or shall we ignore them? It does give us sweet, sweet experience. But we do risk losing a bit of health, which is the downside. But we do have the thing where if you're lucky enough not to get enough damage, get any damage, we'll end up with more health. So, there's the breaks. I mean, they've got 8, they can roll 8 dice. Hello, Venick. Divinity Original Sin 2. I think that's a sign that Krieger wants us to attack the guards. Roll dice. We need to do 7 points of damage. But we only do 3 this time. Two more damage. So we'll probably kill them next time. And we do.
Hey, Chief. You okay?
Ah, yeah, now that was kind of what I was using last time in my other stream. And then someone just linked me the updated my journal button.
Updated my journal.
Ah, sweet, we didn't alert any more guards. Alright, now is Phelan going to be more successful? Alright, so let's play. And... no, she is not! Well then. We die at the fucking suicide pill skulls again. Yeah, no, this is actually not too bad. It is a kind of a bit RNGesus and everything else of that. But yeah, what I'm gonna do though now is probably stop playing Final Fantasy Legends. But unless anyone else wants to stream, I might come back in probably about 5 minutes with something else. We'll see what happens. Anyway, so hope you enjoyed Final Fantasy Legends. Definitely worth playing through, especially if you have read any of the fighting fantasy books. And if I don't see you soon, I'll catch you next time, sports fans. Next time.